We will beat this. Together.
Thanks.
How's it going, everybody? My name is Absoulem, and welcome to part 1 for the All Collectibles walkthrough on hardcore difficulty for the Resident Evil 4 remake. I am beyond excited that this game is finally out, it's live, and I can't wait to make this walkthrough for you guys. Like, just so you guys know, Resident Evil 4 is right up there with some of my favorite games of all time. I love this game. It meant so much to me for the horror genre. It really inspired me to get more into the horror genre. So because of this legacy and what this game means to me and the community, I'm going to try my best to make a quality walkthrough for you. So whether you've been, around and you've seen some of my previous ones, or maybe this is the first time you're finding my channel, first off, welcome or welcome back. But the style in which I make a walkthrough is trying to gear it for anyone, no matter if you're new or if you're a veteran at this kind of game. I cover all the collectibles and things that you'll need, like trophies, whatnot, throughout the playthrough. And then also I try to gear it so that you have like advice on how to get through some tricky areas. I don't just like run through an area and say, well, just copy me. Like, I always hated that in walkthroughs. So I try to give you guys options and then show you how I would go about it based on what skill level you are. So yeah, that's pretty much the rundown of the intro. And yeah, I hope that you guys enjoy this game, because I certainly do. And let's get started. I am going to be skipping the cutscenes just because some of them are lengthy, and these parts are already going to be like 45 minutes. So, so go ahead and select hardcore, and then while this is loading, I'll talk about some of my new features. All right. So if you played the demo, this is going to feel pretty familiar because it's pretty much the same. Couple changes though. But yeah, so I got some new updates for you guys. Let's go over the format for this walkthrough. So yeah, here we go. I've got a button for now, instead when you're following along and you go like, what's the next collectible he's going to find? Now I've got buttons to tell you what's coming up, right? So I've got treasures, key items, weapons, medallions, and the castellans, however you want to say it, the figurine trophies that you have to break. And then I've got a special button. I'm going to call it RPG on. And if you see RPG on, just know that it's time to sit up. It's time to put in some fresh batteries, because shit's about to get real, okay? So RPG on is not a good thing. But yeah, I've got some buttons. I'll probably evolve those throughout the playthrough. And if people comment that they maybe want some certain features, just let me know. I'm willing to go all in on this walkthrough. So yeah, there's no loot around the back or anything. Yeah, our first collectible, it's not going to be for a little while, so I'll leave the button off, but it's going to be our weapon. Home? Now there is a file here, and I want to say this now. I'm not going to be finding all of the files. They're not needed for anything other than just your own personal interest. I'll point out as many as I can possibly point out, but we're not going to be covering those specifically, but I will be covering all the treasures, like the velvet blues, the rubies, blue medallions, any kind of treasure items, weapon items, anything that's trophy based essentially, and all the collectible figurines. So that's kind of the game plan. All right, now after that cutscene, grab the lodge key. Now the chupacabra is over here, and so make sure that you get some stew before we set off on this long journey.
Man, that stinks.
All right, now we are locked and loaded. We can use our key. If you didn't play the demo that came out a week and a half ago or so, this was basically the demo, is this section. But yeah, I'm gonna go over a couple things that are gonna be detrimental for you guys to understand going forward on this difficulty. So take the time. I strongly suggest you take the time right here. Okay, so in this room you're safe. Don't worry. Just don't go out of that curtain. So right here, I would heavily suggest that you take the time to get familiar with the movement systems, you know, get familiar with the menu items, go through the map, understand everything, right? It's just going to be really crucial that you kind of understand that. And then, more importantly, this game is like Resident Evil 7 and 8 with the new mechanics and all that, but it's also got the old-fashioned RE4, you know, with the knife, which is L1, and then, you know, you can stab, or you can stab this way. There's a lot of new functions. You can roundhouse kick. So just get familiar with all those movements. And here is the biggest piece of advice I can offer you right now. The turning around, Leon does this like weird like stutter thing where he'll like fall over. Like Leon's super uncoordinated, basically. Like right there, and then you can go the different direction. So the way to counter that is to hold the R1, the sprint button, whatever that is for you. You hold it down, and then you can do a smooth turn. But that way you don't lose that half second or something, because on this difficulty, you know, especially later on, like, each hit's gonna matter. And if we're gonna get all the stuff done, you're gonna need all the money you have, all the resources you have to get through it. So just get familiar with all that, and then when you're ready, let's go. So there's gonna be one enemy right here, so run to the bottom and then turn around and do like a smooth turn. And let him finish the first one and then the second one. Now run around him, and then you're good. Now you can fight these guys, but I heavily suggest just saving your ammo. And once he's past that window, go ahead and sprint and get this green herb right here. And then we're gonna dip on these fools. So, pretty straightforward. So this is the, it's kind of a lengthy chapter, mainly because we have to get set up and go through all the initial shit, but this chapter is called The Village, which is kind of funny that Resident Evil Village is the most recent COD, and then our first chapter is called that, but... Alright, go ahead and kill this crow. He's been talking a lot of shit to us, so just, you know, we don't want him in the game. Now, in typical Resident Evil fashion, there's a bunch of trophies that are tied to, like, specific playthroughs. So if you're going to follow my guide, I would heavily suggest just make this the one where you get all the collectibles and just get through the game on hardcore. And then if you're going to do, like, the no saves or no heals or, you know, only pistol items or any of that stuff, you know, this isn't like other games. Let's just do them all in different playthroughs. Like, you can probably stack a few of those after this one, but... for the sake of this, I heavily suggest you just save your ass off and just get through the game. Now, I have the deluxe edition, so I'm not going to be using the pistol. Like, that's just not fair. So my first piece of advice is that you pay to win. No. So yeah, right here, we are in Chapter 1, Village. Now, I really like this game, where it'll separate by chapter like the classic Resident Evils, so I really like that they did that for this one. That was something I was missing in more modern ones. Alright, so we got another crow right here. That guy's okay, you can let him fly away. And I don't think there's loot that ever drops, but if you want to take him out, we don't want any witnesses, really. Go ahead and grab the loot. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say I think this is quite literally a red herring. I don't think this is going to be our friend. If you guys didn't play the original, you know, you wouldn't know that the most beloved character was this wolf that you save. You know, this little dog that, you know, becomes our best friend, and he helps us out later and all. So, and then in this one, they just start with him dead. I don't think that would be the best play on Capcom's part, so I just have a hard time believing it. Alright, so now there's two more enemies right here. You can just sprint past them, but I'm going to show you what happens if you didn't make it, so that way you can get around these guys. So you would just sprint right there and just run. But in case you suck, come back over here. This tree is like the invisibility cloak. They just get really stupid and they back off. Alright, you're trying to get them on the same side of the truck. And it's easier on the right side to get him to come this way. Because that guy will get stuck on the tree like that, you know. Yeah, he's stupid. Okay. It might take a time or two. Just be patient. You'd rather not waste your heals. Especially because one of the most intense moments of this game's coming up. Alright, come on, guys. Okay. Alright. I'm just gonna go. Screw it. Watch the bear trap right here. Go to the left and then hug the far right side so this guy doesn't grab you. And then you're gonna hug the left side again. And right here at the bottom of the stairs, cut hard right. And then you should be invisible. Don't ask me why. That's how you do it. And feel free to leave a comment about how bad I am for getting hit by that guy. I could play it a lot safer. I definitely suggest that you do that. But I don't want to waste your time and, you know, play it absolutely, completely passive. So there's a guy in here. Sometimes he'll be facing, he'll reset every so often, like right there, he'll reset. So try to pick a time where he's facing away and then stealth kill him. So right now he's facing me. I think he has 3 positions he goes to, but you can see him right here. Yeah, right there. Alright, and once he's disposed of, we can loot this house. Alright, so this is where we'll get our first crafting. So go ahead and make the mixed herb right here. So you should have a flashbang, that's guaranteed as well. And yeah, so definitely get familiar with all the new, if you're not familiar already with Resident Evil, this one's a little different than other Resident Evils, so just get familiar with the buttons. And I guess just to be clear, I'm not going to be explaining every little thing about the menus and stuff later on. This is just part 1 of the walkthrough, so I like to be, you know, in case you've never played Resident Evil. But later on, I'll focus more on the game and not so much the explaining the menu. Alright, so this lady right here, you want to let her go to the right, so like she is right now, and then you can come over here. Grab your science project of a green herb right there. And then, yeah, if you want to practice your ghost face, like, what's your favorite scary movie? Wrong answer. I don't know. Okay, so then there's the loot right here as well. I also want to point out that these chickens in this game, in case you guys didn't play the original, chickens lay eggs, and those eggs are health items. And it's just random if they lay them. But every now and again, there's a white egg, there's a brown egg, and I think there's a golden egg. I don't know if it's in this one, but there's multiple tiers of health items. So if you see a green item just spawn out of a chicken, that's what that is. So just kind of always keep an eye on the chickens. There's going to be a spot later on in this chapter where you can farm, like quite literally farm. It's on a farm. So get a lot of health items that way. Alright, and right here, make sure that you guys do not, whatever you do, don't go past this rock or this rock. Just stay right here on this house. Just get that loot and then fall back this way. Oh, and do not loot this house, whatever you do. Just we'll get everything that you miss after the encounter. Alright, so we're gonna go over here and take this lady out. Thank God she has bad knees, so we can actually catch her by crouch walking. This hill it's a lot for her old age. She should have gotten the hip replacement, but, you know, it's okay, because we're gonna put her out of her misery. There you go. Go be with Uncle Ben or whatever. Hopefully you don't get the luck I have where you just get money after money after money. I almost never get the items because some of these loot items are just RNG, and I have the worst RNG. So I hope that you guys get like grenades and things that matter. Okay, so come over here and grab this loot. See, money again. Just how it goes for me, I guess. And there's our next loot item, so go ahead and do that. All right, so you should have. And don't craft the resources or gunpowder. We'll do that later, or as needed, I guess. Yeah, this should be like all guaranteed loot right here, and you're gonna get a grenade in this house right here. So, let me quickly, because this section of the game, I'm sure even if you've never played this, you know this section if anything. This is the village. It's probably the most iconic scene in the whole game. It's the first time you meet the chainsaw guy. And this can go a number of ways. There's a couple like RNG moments, like you can get very unlucky and he'll cut this beam down, this bridge falls, and then you're trapped back here, so that can happen. There's another one of those on the backside of that house, and there's a couple things you can do as a player. Like you can choose to leave ladders, you can light the cow on fire, which is kind of fucked up, but whatever. And then yeah, you can choose to run around this, so it's kind of up to you. But the strategy I suggest is you loot this building. When the first guy jumps in, you jump out. That should allow you to make it to the house over here, which will trigger a cutscene. At which point we're going to get our first collectible, the shotgun. And we're going to use the upstairs and use the windows. And then once he catches up, we're going to flash bomb and grenade as much as possible. And then it's just a matter of just running circles and hoping that, you know, you have good RNG. So I recommend just taking it slow. Just if you can survive to the church bells, you don't even have to kill the chainsaw guy. Just survive until the church bells go off. And, you know, if you're absolutely worried about it. So, I don't know. Best of luck. And I'll try to explain my thought process as I go.
Here we go.
So yeah, there's the guaranteed grenade. Now you can go through that door right there, but I do it afterwards. And then wait for him. And go. Looks like we don't have any eggs at the moment. Alright, after that,
It's my lucky day.
come over here and loot. Now you want to be as quick as possible right here. Now grab your grenade and shotgun right here. So there's our first collectible. And sometimes that lady's not there, so if she is, don't worry about it. Just get out. Watch your back. Alright. Now that he's coming out, we're going to jump down right here. Equip your flashbang. And then throw it right now. And then hit him with the grenade. And then hit him again. Alright. Now, I tried to turn around. Alright, now you're going to want to run. I'm going to go ahead and use real quick. Because I did get hit right there. And now we're going to light Bessie on fire, which is kind of fucked up.
Bill me for the repairs later.
Right there is where you might have him saw the bridge in half. If that happens to you, get ready to break free as fast as possible. So just start spamming X. Alright, but we made it back. Can I get to the... Yeah, I can. Alright, cool. So there's some shotgun ammo right here. Super important. Oh, okay, hello. Kind of came out of nowhere, huh? Gotta break free here. Alright, I'm gonna jump down and reset. Oh, okay, hello.
Give me a break already. Come on.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Leon, no. Okay. Not ideal right there. Oh, we got an egg. We got an egg. Dude, I am not able to get around these guys. Basically, you're always trying to make it back to the house. I know this looks terrible because it's a pretty sloppy run, I'm not gonna lie. But at least you'll see, like, kind of the worst case scenario, I suppose.
You gotta be kidding me.
I don't know where my guy went. I don't think I killed him already. Okay. Yeah, I guess so. Trying to let him group up a little bit, you know? I should be getting the belt. Yep, there it is, right there. Alright, so we survived. I don't see the chainsaw guy. Like, where'd he go? I might have killed him.
La campana. Al que obedecería.
So yeah, that is maybe not the one I would have showcased, but that's, you know, all you gotta do is make it through it, right? Alright, now don't worry about, you don't have to worry about any more enemies. They're all dead or gone. And yeah, so let's get our items that we missed. That's gonna stay locked right now, so don't worry about that. Alright, no more items. Alright. Wait, whoops. Okay. Watch out, there's a guy right here. Yeah, he ain't got nothing on us. Yeah, don't let that guy trick you. So now we can come over here to this house and get the other half of it. See, and then this room, you might have come this way if you had to, but I went back out the window earlier. So. And then there's a green herb, I believe, up here as well, so. And then we have a treasure item coming up. So yeah, grab this and then the floor will fall out. Oh no. So what's our inventory situation? All right, we got a couple eggs. All right. So yeah, basically once you've looted the whole village, come out here, and there's our first treasure item is going to be right here hidden on the rooftop. So there you go. And then we have another treasure item. It's a ruby. going to be in the other house, but I'm just looting this really quick. One thing I really like that they don't have as much, even if at all, really. But yeah, there's our ruby right there. Okay, and then yeah, we'll have a bunch of loot here in a second. So yeah, but they took away those snakes. They used to be like in every house you had to worry about getting bit by a snake every time you open a box. I always hated that. And this one is just so much cleaner. Okay, so watch out for the villagers up here.
There it is.
We can stealth kill a lot of them. But first, let's go ahead and make our backup save here. This guy is just really old, so he's just not going to hear you coming. It's okay, though. He's probably going to die next week anyways, so let's get him out of the game. And then there is one more over here we can get. Just don't worry about all these medallions and all that. We're about to get everything, but we're going to have to kill a mini boss here in a second. And you're dead too. Alright, and let's see. Watch out for these bulls too. They can charge you, and they don't do a lot of damage, but they can do some. Alright, let's see. We got our first treasure item over here. So this is the pearl pendant. And I will say, just so you know, if you drop it into the mud here, it becomes less valuable. It becomes a dirty pearl pendant. So try to get it on the right side right here. So, just a little fun fact. Alright. There's a lot of loot in this area, so just be thorough. Got a green herb right there. All right, now go ahead and collect the favor here. And then we'll go ahead and do this first. So yeah, make sure you disarm this so you don't die. And it's not going to be for this one, but in the future, if you see these and you disarm them, you can still shoot this and blow it up. It'll be very handy later on in the chapter. Alright, get our yellow herb. And all of this is guaranteed loot at the moment, so... Alright. So instead of, we're going to come back over here anyways, so I'm going to save that for a moment. But first we're going to kill the mini boss over here. Now, this guy's a tank. And it's not just him either. There's a handful of people. But I'm going to show you what to do. Alright, there goes our knife. Unfortunate, but we will get a new knife. Which, honestly, I might go grab that.
Damn.
Oh, it's down here anyways, so yeah. We'll get that in a sec. Oh, this works too. Okay. This is actually better than what I was going to suggest. Peekaboo. that guy is a bullet sponge. But he drops some velvet. So right here, you're going to watch out for the axes. Huh. And same thing, you're just going to play the ladder. Don't worry too much about ammo at the moment. We can always craft some more. And we're also starting with the silver cache, or cachet, depending on how you say that. But we actually get extra handgun ammo. It's more common on the ground. All right, right here we have our first enemy that's like transforming. So he'll come back to life with more health, and you just want to be aware of him. All right. Yeah, see, we get more common loot for handgun ammo. All right, so that takes care of all those guys. They were just being silly. And we have our kitchen knife right here, so that is going to replenish our knife. And our first key item, the wooden cog, so go ahead and pick that up. And now we can go ahead and get all the loot. So come over here and shoot your first medallion.
Blue medallion.
Good job, Leon. Second one is right here. I gotta say, this is so much easier than the original with that wonky aiming system they had back in the day. And God, it was a nightmare. So there's number 3 right here. Hop the fence and get number 4. There you go. Also, there should be loot back here. Yeah. Ooh, a hand grenade. Nice. That might be guaranteed. Not 100%. Why? Let's see. Which one did I not get? Yeah, I think I got them all right. There's one more, but let's come up here. Put the wooden cog in. Yeah, we got 4, right? Yeah. I'm just delirious, I guess. Okay, go ahead and open up the gate. That'll knock that part out, and then we can come back over here. And grab our treasure item, Plagon. Which honestly, to me, it kind of sounds a little bit like a spell of some sort. Maybe I've just been playing too much Hogwarts Legacy. Okay, am I losing my mind? So we've got 1, 2, 3. We got 4 was in there. What is happening? Oh wait. There we go. 5. Wow. Okay. Sorry about that. So make sure you get the 4. There's one behind there, one up in there, one on the corner of that house, one in the middle of that barn, and then obviously the one I just shot right there. So as long as you get the 5 medallions, the poster right here to get the 5 medallions, and then you get the flagon in the back as well as the treasure items, the ruby over here, then you've gotten every item. So now we can move on. We've looted everything, gotten all the possible treasure items for the moment. And you'll see on the map, it'll have the blue doors if you're not familiar. Like, that means you've done it. And then if there's things remaining in the area, it will stay red. So, like, we still have that door that wouldn't open, stuff like that. So there's a locked drawer. So you can kind of tell, like, where you have and haven't been, what needs to be done, stuff like that. So in case you're new to the Resident Evil franchise. Alright, so we can't go in there at the moment. So come back here and grab some loot. Just really take in the scenery. Pretty cool. Yeah, I actually really like this silver cache because the handgun ammo. Like, I find myself using it more to get around enemies, and you have all the medallions. So you really need a lot of ammo. And I love that this gives you more ammo, especially for the hardcore difficulty, which basically gives you no resources. So this comes in a very well. Comes in handy. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and use one of our brown eggs. Maybe you don't have to, but I just want to top my health off going into this situation because we have an ambush. It's not quite RPG on level of worry, but definitely an ambush here. Alright, now they're going to come out. So get ready to evade right here. Oh no! There we go.
Give me a break.
And you can either back off, run over here, and just kind of take them on solo before you take on the rest. Right here. Oh, okay, perfect headshot. Well, I wasn't expecting that, but I'll take it. So yeah, go ahead and just sprint past these guys. Don't even waste your ammo on these guys. They're not worth it. If you have to kill her, do it, but I honestly save your ammo for the part up here. They'll stop chasing you after this tunnel, so. There is loot right here. Yeah. Alright, right there, she'll stop chasing you. Now this is a little bit more tricky. There's dynamite people now. That's a new enemy type. And I want to say, like, you can kill them like normal, but you can also shoot it out of their hand. If I can not miss. I'll do it once he lights it, but it'll blow up, essentially. Right there. So, easy way to kill him. There's a trap right here, so go ahead and disable that. And then what I do is I lure them all over here. Also the bear trap, I suppose. Alright, that was a cheap shot. What is... Oh, wow. Oh, man. Not the smoothest. I don't know what it is. Watch the bear trap. God, I saw it as I was doing it. I like to hit all the bear traps so you don't have to worry about them. Okay. Can I reload, game? What is this reload time? Holy shit. Like, that was a bit excessive. I'm not... I think Leon needed an invitation to actually reload on time. Alright, there's one up here as well. It's actually easier to get the angle on her from over here. Watch that bear trap. I'm gonna try to not hit everyone. There. Oh, there's this lady too. Okay. Watch the bear trap right here. All right, and then there should be some decent loot in this building. All right, and then we have our first collectible, like actual proper collectible. It's the castellan. There you go. You're gonna get the revolt against the revolting trophies. So go ahead and do that. That will start the long line of castellan. Watch the bear trap. God, I just want to hit them all, I think. I don't know what that guy was thinking. We already killed everybody he knows. Like, he grew up with all of those guys, and I just murdered all of them. And then he was like, oh, I know. I'll throw dynamite. How did that work out for you, buddy? Alright, so before you go up in here, come over here. Actually, wait, where is it? Where's the ladder? Over here. And go ahead and get this loot up top, if I could. Cool. Should be a barrel. Yeah. Alright. Damn, that lady's in half too. So yeah, the reload times are kind of whack. Not gonna lie. I think you can actually melee those now that I'm like thinking out loud. Alright, but there's loot up in here. Another trap. And then more loot.
What's that noise?
Sorry, my guy's going all over the place. Alright, there's a photo frame right here. Yeah, I mean, not much to say right there, I guess. And then there's a cabinet right here with some more handgun ammo. And just go ahead and just teach that guy a lesson right there. That's what happens to people who stand in our way. You know, they say it takes a village to raise a kid, but in our case, Ashley doesn't need any parents. But either way, they took our Ashley. I'm about to go full Leon Neeson on them. Show them who they're messing with. Alright, and then we have kind of a little nod to the potato sack man later on in the game. I really hope, I hope to God that that's in the game. If they don't have potato sack man, I don't know. We're almost done. There we go. So I like this feature actually. They have, you can see your chapter results, kind of like everything you did challenge-wise. gives you, you know, your stats there. Also, something to notice, next to the chapter, it'll give you how many of those castellan things you got and stuff, so you kind of know like if you got them all or not, because those are like permanently disappearing once you shoot them, I believe. So then you can go to the typewriter and overwrite or whatever you want to do. So here you go. And yeah, so just, you know, I guess whatever organization you might need to do. But yeah, here's that increased drop rate for handgun ammo. I like that. I like that a lot. If you have the deluxe edition, I believe you get the gold cache case as well, but we just haven't gotten that yet. I'm not going to put anything that's like the pay to win status. Like, I'm only going to do like standard edition items, so don't worry about that. But yeah, that's going to wrap up part number 1. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I definitely intend on kind of evolving this walkthrough as we go to try to, you know, encompass everything you can do in this game on a single playthrough. So if you guys have any ideas or want me to like kind of cater to a certain thing, just put it in the comments. I read them all, so just, you know, as many as I can at least, and just let me know, you know, or join my Discord. And if you have any questions, if you're struggling with a certain boss fight or anything like that, comments, Discord, Twitter, anything really. I mean, you can even fire up the email and, you know, send one of those. So whatever you're feeling like. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. This is going to conclude part 1, and I'll see you guys in part number 2.